I just want to reiterate again how much I absolutely hate this map
Yeah?
thing.
It's fucking horrible.
Terrible. Sea of sand. Reach the deep desert. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Or as my cat says, ow! Okay. So stay in any sector that starts with an A.
That's with a
Are you
what?
here? An A.
An A.
An A.
Oh, I see. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Alright, alright.
I'm trying to figure out where the heck you would be.
We have possibly ported to a different deep desert. Because I believe they're their own little separate servers.
Are they?
I think. I'm probably wrong in this, but that's how I kind of understood it. Because whereas our server, the servers that we are on, can take 60, the deep deserts take 300 people.
Wow. Okay.
That looks like someone's base. So someone's potentially made a base out in the deep desert?
Yes.
Oh,
because they can, right?
Yeah, so it seemed. So there was just this big, what is presumably the backside of the shield mountain, or whatever the hell it's called. And then just desert. Which, you know, deep desert makes sense. But there's just nothing out there. From what I can see, at least.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing any resources whatsoever. Apart from, you know, things like aluminium and stuff that we'd normally get anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say what's here is more abundant.
No.
What this is making me think, and I think is probably also the big issue that we've been talking about recently, is that there appears to be basically sod all, apart from the normal resources in the A zone. So they really are forcing you out into the PvP areas to get anything.
Yes.
If you want to get the top resources.
I just changed zones somehow.
As in you crossed over?
Yeah. I'm suddenly in B4, so...
I've moved into...
This is worse than I thought. They're so small.
What are?
The quadrants?
Yes, they are. I've been bumping between A5 and A6.
Yeah, they've done exactly what the people have said.
Yeah,
they're pushing the PvP aspect.
What I'm currently doing is I'm lying along the very edge of the cliff, because I'm assuming what you're seeing is similar to what I'm seeing. The very edge of the cliff, to just look and see what's out there. See if there's any of these new resources, the titanium and whatever, around this area. What I kind of wonder is if there is like a couple of deposits dotted around in the A area that basically anybody that doesn't want to play the game of going out into the PvP area knows where they are, they're always going to be there because they seem to, all the resources spawn in the exact same locations. And they're just going to become like 1 or 2 nodes of titanium and whatever the other thing is,
Yeah.
that get repeatedly farmed by people who just lie in, grab it, come back 20 minutes later or whatever the respawn timer is. I've entered the War of Assassins PvP area. Not intentionally, I've just kind of...
It's the open sand part, right?
Possibly, yeah. I must have just skirted. Yeah, the case. Oh, this is frustrating me now, for all the reasons that we have talked
Titanium
about.
ore only spawns in deep desert, mostly on rocky outcroppings. You won't find it near early zones. Yeah. So they are pushing the PvP aspect.
Like I said, what it feels like to me is they have tried to impose a kind of cap on access to high-end resources. Oh, I've overheated. Yeah, they've tried to put a cap on high-end resources, and the way they have done that is by hiding it behind a wall of PvP. People are not going to be as willing to go out there and get it, because they're not going to want to risk what they have. So it's going to be only a few individuals potentially who get it, and the people who are PvPers who are willing to risk going out there and getting it are again going to be limited, and by the fact that they're going to be killing each other and presumably losing everything, it's going to place a there's a chance they'll lose everything, so not as many people are going to have the stuff.
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, what? Stop sliding away.
So, you can't tell me based on this they didn't know what they were doing.
No, not that. Again, if I had to be brutally honest, I would simply say they expected too much of what they were doing.
Yeah.
They went ahead with ideas that haven't worked upon contact with people.
Yeah.
Like I said, if they chose to put the resources behind this wall of PvP to try and limit it, they well, in a way, and as you pointed out with that article with the whatever the guy was called, lead developer or whatever he was, saying, people will just, we're going to have to expand the PvE areas because people are just not willing to do it. Why risk coming up against some annoying bastard that's already super geared themselves, and a solo player who's just going to get utterly bombarded by some dickhead in his assault ornithopter. Apparently, even though we're in the same group, we couldn't get through unless we have to go through at the exact same time.
You
in the
think
same
that there'd be
location.
some smarts, because obviously this is working.
Well, yeah, again, there must be, because apparently there are clans of people taking out, Zerg rushing people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that must be a thing. You must be able to come together as a group. But when we tried to fly through before in the same ornithopter, it didn't let us. Which, again, is stupid. It just feels like poorly implemented ideas.
Yes, I agree.
And why they're poorly implemented, I think, again, is... Go on. No, go.
I'm going to run out of gas, so I'm going to head all the way back.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think they're just poorly implemented ideas because they fundamentally didn't understand how people were going to play this game.
So here's the problem. I've read some of the Funcoms, the game developers' story.
Yeah.
They fucked up another game by doing this.
It was the other Dune.
So it was the no, it was Conan.
Oh,
Conan.
Oh God, are they the ones behind? Oh, I should have known.
Yeah.
They were the ones behind Conan. Conan Exiles.
Yeah.
Oh God, that game died a horrid death.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible. No, I'm utterly not surprised anymore.
Yeah.
Now entering Sector A4. Brilliant. What have you got for me in Sector A4?
Oh, for crying out loud, Rose.
What?
When you go back to Haga Basin, make sure you pick the right quadrant in the circle.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it is.
How do you pick the right quadrant in the circle? Do you just have to click at a specific point?
Boxes around the thing? Yes.
Oh, that is so terrible. There should just be a point. You should just go across the border and say, fly me to this zone. I really, and this is more of my general desire to explore and test things in games like this, just want to fly straight out and just see what happens, but I've got too much shit on me.
Yeah.
to risk.
I also think you should ditch the storage for the whatchamacallit?
The rockets.
The boosters, yeah.
Oh, the boosters, yeah.
There's a guy Reddit post. It is titled "Really Happy About the PVE, Deep Desert and PvP News." Hot take: Griefers had it coming.
I mean, the Griefers did have it coming.
They did. Ooh, I'm like getting home.
It's things like that's blue, isn't it? That is absolutely copper, just cast in a different hue. Yep, yes. Things like this empower bad gameplay.
Yeah.
Because if the only way, well, not the only way, but the most profitable way for you to gain higher level stuff is to Zerg rush or gang up on a lone individual, then people, why are you going to risk building your spice miners, whatever they're called, your the carrier ornithopters and stuff like that, all the best stuff, to go out and potentially get eaten by a giant fucking sandworm, if you can just build yourself a couple of assault ornithopters and sit on the rocks waiting for someone to come back?
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to do. You're just going to wait. Why have I entered the PvP zone?
Is it that gap in between? Yeah. For some reason, that's.
But that's what you're going to do. You're just going to sit there
Yeah.
and wait for someone to come. from there, are you going to fly around in your decked out assault ornithopter? And wait to see some fat laden
You are.
carrier
Why
coming
wouldn't you?
back.
Yeah.
Or if you are particularly wanting to grief people, you are going to fly around looking for that one lone spice miner on their own, waiting for them to be vulnerable so that you can
Why wouldn't you, though?
nuke
That's
them.
the thing.
Yeah. Oh no, I had to take them because I can't take on one of the big groups and I'm just one person. So this was the only way that I was going to be able to get stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well done. This is a PvP area around this ship. Again, the ships being the wrecked ships being PvP areas is weird.
Yeah.
I'm
We
being
should rate that
attacked.
thing. Oh?
I am in a PvE area, and there is an assault ornithopter flying around attacking me.
Is it doing damage?
No. They're also a pretty shit shot. But they were waiting, or they appeared to be waiting, by that wrecked ship that I was flying over.
So this is proof.
I don't think they realise this is the PvE zone, otherwise they wouldn't be pursuing me.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't take damage when that missile hit me then.
Wow.
No, that was a straight strike on my canopy and it didn't do anything. Hi. It doesn't appear to be doing any damage to me whatsoever.
I mean, that's good.
I'm just sat on them. I flew on top of them and just sat on them. And now they're going after someone else.
But they don't understand where they are.
Can't do. Because that was ridiculous. This is a I don't think I can sum it up better than that. That was clearly someone waiting for an opportunity to dive on someone as they were going across one of the PvP areas, and they jumped on me the minute I got close. So, if I had to sum all of that up, First of all, that fast travel thing is fucking terrible.
It's clunk.
It doesn't need improving, it just needs removing.
Yeah.
Put me a nice flight point somewhere, or even one of the actual trading stations where you just go, please take me and my ornithopter or whatever to this location.
I want to go to Arakeen. I want to go to the deep desert. This is not freaking hard.
No. In terms of the deep desert, again, at some point, I'm going to make another scout ornithopter when we've got the resources to risk one. And I'm just going to go and fly out into the deep desert and see what can be done.
I think we should do two. We should go on a mission. We'll build spares, basically.
Yeah, I agree. We'll do that. I don't think I could have summed up my feelings on how they have currently done the deep desert with the PvP element better than what happened right at the end of that PvP thing.
Instantly.
Because I was flying over those wrecks, because I was in the A3 area. I was going to see if I could see one of those wrecks, because those wrecks that I've been exploring in the irradiated zone, they're PvP enabled as well.
Yeah.
But there's no one there.
Yeah.
And also they haven't got any NPCs in them because irradiate. But I was just thinking, there's a chance that there's nobody about. I might be able to just drop down and have a quick look, sneak around. But when I noticed there was NPCs there, I was like, you know what? I'm not bothering. They're just going to be difficult, and I'm not really prepared for that right now. And then that assault ornithopter just came off the top of one of the cliffs.
Yep.
Clearly, they had been waiting there. I don't think that was just an opportunistic attack. I think they had probably genuinely been waiting there for someone to come through. And if I had gotten out, if I'd landed and gotten out of the ornithopter, say, to go and look, I would have been vulnerable to their missiles.
Yep.
As it happens, I don't think they would have really done any damage to me, because they were a terrible shot, frankly, and the ones that did hit me only hit me because I kind of let them hit me.
Yeah.
Just to see if it was doing any damage, but no, that's terrible. That needs working on, because that is an aspect of the game that is going to put so many people off playing, and just ridiculous.